Hello everyone, Moran McKay here, and welcome back to part 6 of Viconia DeVir in Skyrim.
I would have slain the Blades for their interference.
What? What makes you say that?
The nerve of the wench sneaking in and taking that item. Then their constant interference, making you run all over, and for what? Think about it. Whatever became of all her rantings and lunacy? It came to nothing. It was the mad ravings of a paranoid fool.
You're onto something there. It didn't amount to anything.
Of course it didn't. She had you break into the Thalmor embassy. That was just to find out what information they had on her and that old man. It served no other purpose at all. Her theories were all ludicrous, and all of it was fantasy.
Well, they did help with the Dragon Wren shout.
So they did. I suppose that was worth it. Although I think you could have killed Alduin without it. I don't like their insistence that you kill Parthenax. He has changed his ways, and he's done nothing to deserve their wrath. They simply hate all dragons because of their history. They are too stupid and close-minded to think anything else. I would kill them, but it may be best to let them rot in their stinking hole. So which city in Skyrim do you favor?
I should be asking you that question.
Well, Riften is a stinking hellhole. The water smells. The Thieves' Guild now has a lock back on the city, and the Blackbriar clan is no better than they are. Markarth is set in the mountains, which is nice. But there are too many stairs, the layout is confusing, and you have the Forsworn problems.
I still need to take care of that problem.
Then there is Whiterun. The city itself is nice enough. But that house, it's far too small and beneath someone like you. And the old, festering city that Ulfric is holed up in. It's dirty, cramped and crowded, and I don't like the way the Dunmer are treated. I think I like solitude the most of all.
Why is that?
The fact that it's set so high up the way it is. It's beautiful. The city is clean and royal. The house is wonderful and very befitting you.
You know, I think you're right.
Of course I'm right. I am female and a drow. I know that killing Loth was right, but sometimes I fear for what it could have done to my race. I've brought on serious cultural change among the drow for killing Loth, for better or for worse.
How could it be worse?
The Underdark is an unforgiving place. Many races vie for supremacy, and the drow could become complacent and weak.
I'm sure they will do fine.
Perhaps, but I suppose I shall never see. I keep it in the back reaches of my mind, though. Perhaps the meaningless sacrifices to Loth have ended. Surely they must have. Perhaps other gods will be worshipped now. The Mage's College makes me think of my brother Valis. I miss him.
Whatever happened to him?
Well, after we changed him back to drow form and came to the surface, he joined the Mages Guild. After the Oblivion Crisis, the guild was dissolved. The moronic surfacers blamed magic for starting the Oblivion Crisis. Eventually, two splinter organizations came about. The Synod and the College of Whispers.
Oh yeah, the guy we met back before we got the Staff of Magnus.
Both the College of Whispers and the Synod have tried to create an alliance with the College of Winterhold, but the college has stayed neutral.
So where's Valus now?
I do not know. He is very much alive, though. I can feel him. It's a connection we've always had. I wonder when the war between Skyrim and Aldmeri Dominion will begin.
You say that like it's a certainty.
It is. These elves are unlike the ones who the Drow battled with in the world where I came from. We would consider them evil as well.
Really? Why?
Compared to the elves where I came from, they lust for power and are arrogant. They are nowhere near as in touch with nature. Look what they did to the Empire, concluding with the White Gold Concordat. The treaty was a sham. The Empire was stronger then. How can Skyrim possibly fend off such a force?
These people are stronger-willed. They have more to fight for.
They are fighting for their homeland, not some empire, that is true. But they do not have the numbers, and they cannot match in magic. There are too few skilled in the arcane arts here. The College of Winterhold is held in contempt by too many, and respected by too few.
You have a point there. Something must be done.
You must become head of the college and change this. Once you do, you can recruit others and build your ranks.
I agree with that.
You are wise. I've learned much in my years here, my dear.
Heard about you and your honeyed words.
Well, my Madame de Sins, it seems your quest is at the end.
What do you mean?
I am yours fully. My heart, my mind, my body. It is all yours now. This is what you wished, is it not?
Yes, of course. To be together as long as both of us shall last.
Well, you have your wish regardless. I will always love you, my Madame de Sins.
Well, there we have the end of Viconia DeVir and Skyrim. There's only really one thing left you can do. Let's see. If you have an amulet of Mara, and talk to her again.
Did you miss me? How could you not?
And then you get this, interested in me, are you? And, you know, why yes, why wouldn't I be? Are you interested in me? Blah, blah, blah. It's the same vanilla wedding thing that you get in Skyrim. There's no voice, as you can tell. And you go to Riften, set it up, go through the wedding ceremony. Some players said they had to use the console to advance the wedding. I didn't. I didn't have a problem with it. It just, she doesn't have any lines. She didn't say anything during the wedding, is all. And then you can have her stay at whatever home you want since you're married. If not, her default home is going to remain Javasker. I don't know. I'm not sure how I felt about this. It's like a shell of its former self. There's no Underdark to go into. Not that I really enjoyed going into the Underdark in the first one, but because I didn't. But I don't know. The voice acting was good. The story was kind of a copycat of the first one, except there was no exciting end part, and there was no custom wedding ceremony, which was kind of disappointing. But anyway, it's still a great follower mod. If you're interested in it, I suggest you go check it out. The first video in the series has a link to the mod, and we'll be seeing more of Mirius and Viconia doing other adventures. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys later.